Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mac. This is Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. In the last episode we found out that the true villain of this game is the most heinous and awful person possible. He's sexist. Well, aren't you, Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. Kind of lost all my confidence there. Huh? Ugh, what's the noise all about? Oh, Duke Dunan. Ugh, so lady of the court. Hey, maids. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Dorothy and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Did he recognize us? Oh good. Given how many times we run into him, it'd be so bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip, enough with the staring. Ugh, it's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. I guess he's on the Queen's side in this. He doesn't think that the Duke would make a good ruler either. It's no bother. Please don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair. You have a very clean, healthy, clean look to you. As for you, I think you'd look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honoured. Ah, yes. Dorothy, was it not you shall attend to me this evening? Huh? Your Grace? I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Okay, this is actually kinda gross. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten? I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside some time for fun then. Your Grace, please no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this no fooling well I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. You know, just when I thought that it might not be so bad. Oh, right. Dorothy, you just let me know if you have any problems, anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Yeah, good. You know, for a while there, it kind of fades into the background because there's much worse people on display, but then they do something like that to remind you of why this man is a horrible piece of filth. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madam and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did thanks to the one he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Ugh, please. I like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see... Estelle? Allow me to... elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what would have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. Oh, Colonel Richard's gonna be really embarrassed when it turns out he's been overthrown because of maids loyal to the Queen. That's like doubly embarrassing for a sexist pig. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open, she always treated me more like a friend than a servant. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? We had better not bump into Colonel Richard along the way out like the moment we burst out of that door, huh? What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Seriously, don't you have anything better to do? Shouldn't you go stalk the Colonel Richard? Captain Malthea? Good evening. I realize you've been invited here, but don't think it a bit late for you kids to be out walking around. Please pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this and we couldn't resist the urge to look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Maid quarters. I admire your honesty, so let's not waste time on games. I did, in fact, receive several reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? No. What? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua! You've been here the whole time? Oh, it's you! Zin! Whoa, now that's the stuff! You're drunk. Oh wait, maybe we're going to use his flirtatious nature to his benefit and he's gonna go after Malthea. Ugh, sorry. And hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice, some luck that we met up again, eh? I suppose? So what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally getcha. I just sent them off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. Don't worry though, we have plenty of food in our pockets. This is the thing that we've been training for all game, Estelle's abilities as a cook. We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh well, I guess I'll have to do without, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea! You wanna come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady! I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand? Of course. It is late, we probably should just get to bed. Very good then. Now if you'll excuse us. Oh, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. Right, we'll go with you. Although I personally wouldn't be. I don't think I would be able to sleep. I'd be up all night listening for someone to come in with a garrote. Looks like we managed to convince her at least. What? Zin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No, wait, your face had even gone all red. Okay, new view on you, Zin. Provided that this isn't going to end with a punchline of some sort. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of martial arts breathing exercise, right? Oh, I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You are an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So what's the story? We have to tell him the truth. We can't keep holding this over him. What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen. Wait, what? How did you... Did Elnan tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zin produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. It's from Cassius, isn't it? What's this? I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there, read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zen Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberal, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favour of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberal and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberal before, perhaps you can think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realise that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberal before the festival, so hopefully we'll get to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much unless they seem like they really need it. I feel like Captain Amalthea and the Penguin Cave were indeed good times for that. Oh, and the martial arts competition itself. We desperately needed our way into that. So Dad actually asked you to come to Liberal, which means he's in Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it? What it means is you were in cahoots with him all along! That's a kind of nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owe Master Cassius a favour from the time he spent in Calvert. Okay, I take back everything I said about Cassius. Clearly, he is a big shot outside of the kingdom as well. There's pretty much the entire continent at this rate, because he's also got his hands in the Erebonian Empire now. I can understand why Colonel Richard would be worried about him, because he probably outranks the Queen by this point. This letter gave me the chance to make us square again. I suppose? When did you realise we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's techniques with the bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been. I know, I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids alright. If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking in an audience with a queen. I suppose so. He knows this much, it wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree, it'd probably be best to fill Zin in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Estelle and Joshua told of how they managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little request. But you will? Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please, let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. Did we make sure that there wasn't anyone eavesdropping at the door? Oh, he's done a massive excavation to find what the black ornament plugs into. Also, I see a heal station. What is this place? Never would have imagined something like this even existed. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well, so these must be archaisms. Holy shit! You took out that thing in one stroke? You are the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. You can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. At least you aren't Cassius Bright. Which means that we will be able to beat you into the ground when we get the chance, and hopefully... Ooh. Hopefully it'll be a solo fight, so we can do some things to try and even the odds. Maybe some level grinding, because we might need that. I'm humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave men, the way to ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. By your order, sir! We have the special ops will work as one for the Colonel! For the glory of Liberal! For the glory of Liberal! I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed you were able to deliver the President's message to Her Majesty in person. I really hope I didn't mess anything up. If I don't get enough BP, then I'll probably cry because there's just so much story that I'd have to backtrack. I'm amazed you were able to deliver the Professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yeah, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please, accept this as compensation for a job well done. Receive payment for 2 Queen Alicia. 324, yes! Current rank is Junior Bracer First Class. Now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. I knew we could count on you, Zin! By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. A full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get? Wow. I never knew you were such a badass, Zin! Well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent, but above that there's an informal S-rank. That one's only granted bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. But there are only 4 of those on the entire continent. And Cassius is probably 3 of them, right? I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius. What?! Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you already knew about this already, right? Right? Joshua, if you did, you have to lie. Otherwise, she is actually going to punch you. Sorry, but yes, I did. It was nice knowing you, Joshua. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about it anymore. Royal Army soldier, hidden hero, divine blade, S-rank bracer. If he's really so damned awesome, it'd be nice if he came back to take care of this case. You may be right. If he were with us, perhaps this never would have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Yeah, imagine if he had been the one with Chloe when the special ops tried to rush in. With how much they talk him up, he might very well have cleaved their jet in half before it could land. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. This whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. They've established before that Jaegers aren't supposed to be legal hires. What if... What if Colonel Richard paid a bunch of Jaegers to go cause trouble in the Empire, specifically to get Cassius to go away and for people to lose track of him, so he wouldn't be able to come back, and by the time he comes back he would have no choice but to swear allegiance here? Or heck, maybe he'd never even have known about the trouble. They could have poisoned the Queen to death and just called it death by old age and stress. And then I'd know. Marry off Chloe, and then he'd kill the Duke and he'd call that death from alcohol poisoning. At least it's the impression I have. So what you're saying? The coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. Can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. This is making me think that we're going to see a familiar face all the way back from the start of the game. Like Shira, or... it could be Shira, it could be the mayor, it could be the Bracer branch representative there. And it's going to be them working with Imperial Intelligence all this time, and it's going to be, wow, you really didn't expect it? We haven't seen Shira back. I worry. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think Colonel Richard could have managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely it's just that two major events happen to overlap with each other. Regardless of circumstances, we cannot rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. Huh? All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Brace Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Grancel, including Zin, of course. Okay. Yeah, it seems like that third statement is more of a guideline than a hard rule, because we just seem to ignore it all the time. No politics unless we're asked to. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today, ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So basically it accounts to martial law. So enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of the Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with resources on hand. Oh, fun. But we're up to it. So do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Urbe Royal Villa. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the court in a cell in Leyston Fortress. A lady of the royal family. Considering if the army we're going against here, I'd like more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. And then Sister Ellen walks in and she says, actually I found out that yes, she is there. In either case, we must assemble any braces currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with the reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Niall? I keep changing my mind on how I want to pronounce it. Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So we're going to go see Sister Ellen instead. So in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invitation before. We should let her know what's going on. Off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other braces in the city. Kurt, Grant, Kana, and Annalise. Check the bars in their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright, off we go. I'm sure that the last issue of Liberal News is available, but the Bracer Guild is not. We have 11 quests left, so there's still quite a lot to go, even though we're clearly winding up some big final confrontation here. Oh, watch it turn out that they wouldn't be monster extermination requests. We finished all those, but I just thought for a minute, imagine if they were in that secret area that Colonel Richard is in. Yes! Liberal News, issue 9! I only need 1 though. Well, if it isn't Zin and the new recruits! Back from the castle already? Well, yeah, I guess we are. Annalise, could we have a moment of your time? You hear something juicy you're looking to share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah, it's a real juice bomb. Ooh, you have my undivided attention. Should we be talking about it here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh? Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things could get serious in a big hurry. If they do, we'll need your help. Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up this whole situation is. I really don't get all of this. You want everyone to meet at the guild house, right? Right, Elman will fill you in on all the details. Okay then, I'll go see what's up! Honestly, with how close we are to finishing the episode, we might as well cap it off with Liberal News 9. Crown goes to an unlikely team, Victor's decided. When the last of the Special Ops unit slowly sank to their knees, the referee raised his hand and the entire arena erupted in fanfare. The competition, which got off to a rocky start after the change from single to team matches, had yet another unforeseeable surprise awaiting eager fans, in the form of a team of unlikely victors led by Zin Vathek of the Calvard Republic. Was there anyone out there who could have anticipated such a feat? A martial artist, 2 braces, and a musician, an unheard of combination to say the least. Yet, this is the group that advanced to the finals and took the crown by defeating the elite of the Special Operations Unit. Just goes to show, it's not over till it's over. The winning team's members continue to work effectively by leveraging their individual talents in complementary harmony with one another, playing off each other's strengths. The competition itself was an event replete with powerful, heated battles and unique team dynamics, which ended explosively to thunderous ovation. The Liberal News wishes honour to the valiant efforts of all those who have participated in this year's proceedings. They say they worked as a team, but the thing is, what we actually did was hit everyone with our S-crafts at the beginning of the fight, and then spam Earth Wall to make sure he can't actually hit anyone. Winning team invited to the royal banquet. In a ceremony held at the conclusion of the competition, the winning team was awarded a cash prize of 100,000 mira and an invitation to the royal banquet. This formal dinner will be hosted by Duke Dunan von Oslis. The mayors of each city and various persons of influence are also scheduled to attend. The Libel News has been informed that Her Majesty the Queen, who has been recuperating, is expected to return to her official duties soon. The anniversary celebration, which was in danger of being postponed, will now assuredly be conducted on schedule. In recent days, with unsettling news becoming the norm, it is certainly wonderful to receive such joyous tidings. The search for the officer. Society Intelligence Division steps up defense. The search for the officers of the ex-Royal Guard accused as acting as ringleaders in a series of terrorist-related incidents has proven to be an onerous one. And after making little headway, the Intelligence Division decided to station members of their unit within the Royal City in a move to step up further defensive measures. All security positions covering Gransel Castle are expected to be relegated to the same unit. Ancient dragon sighted. Reports have made their way to our desk regarding the sighting of an enormous silhouette making its way across the sky above Ravenview Village, located in the northern part of the Bose region. Okay, so skim back a bit. Wasn't that the Kapua family's ship? Or are we actually going to see a dragon super boss? Public speculation revolves around. Reports have made their way back to our news desk regarding the sighting of an enormous silhouette making its way across the sky above Ravenview Village, located in the northern part of Bose. Public speculation revolves around whether or not the object in question is in fact the ancient dragon which has been living in the world since before the Great Collapse. According to statements by a number of researchers, the Bose region was the last place the ancient dragon had been sighted, giving further credence to the claim that the great creature may still be presently living among us. Research concerning the ancient dragon has also begun to take a leap into the public spotlight as of late. These purported sightings have, of course, only fueled researchers' excitement. We're not done with the Libel News, huh? Oh, I did actually consider just opening it up to see how many issues we still have, but no. Let's keep it to clean. Okay, important thing. We have gotten all of our weapons and quartz. We can now actually push for the True Wonder Chef achievement now, so here's where things get very messy. Actually, let's have a look at this. 3 recipes left. Okay, we can do this. I think specialty eggnog that we have. Huh? Okay, what's the food that we still haven't eaten? Oh dear, okay, so let's see. Okay, I think I know where we need to look. And yeah, we need to wrap up the episode now, even though I'm very invested here. I looked all over town. The best place to pop the question is right in front of the gates, I think. Go for it. I hope it works out for you too. Armin's been talking to himself all day today. I know he's got something on his mind, but he just won't tell me what it is. He can be such a meanie. Time to bust out the pouty face. Okay, rich espresso is the last thing we have not learned yet, so where is it in my inventory? The true Wonder Chef, fill the recipe book. We've done it. That's another feather in our cap. Actually, can I tell from my achievements? We're missing 1 quartz. That's not ideal. We're also ahead on armor for some reason. But we're perfectly tied on weapons. And we have the right number of chests. So which quartz don't we have? Oh, that would be why we don't have that quartz yet. Okay, so next episode I'm going to have hunted another bunch of shining poms to extinction, and we'll continue our work in the... Yeah, and... sorry, where's my train of thought going? Yeah. Next time we'll continue our work on gathering up our forces for the big heist. So until then guys, take care, I'll see you all around. We're gonna have to hunt a lot of shining poms to get even 1 EP cut quartz, and I'll probably want 4. I thought I was done with these things!